I am so satisfied in Jesus that I even forgot I was single and never thought I would get to that point. But there I was, by God's grace. I didn't think of getting married as much as dating and just having fun, just hanging out with the one. And God had to remind me as I grew older, meeting the one would mean getting married and then being a wife and having kids. And that honestly horrified me. So that helped me kind of wait and see. Maybe I'm just not ready yet. Maybe I'll just focus on my relationship with God through Jesus and become the one too. I still had all these questions in my mind of who is the one? When I asked him, who is the one? Let me just tell you what happened. And this is going to be a little hard to digest, okay? But the Lord gave me a flashback to when I was 15 years old at the keyboard writing my very first song. And the words were, God saying to me, "You're mine." Now, because the question I asked him was, who is the one? And now he's taking me back there. I just kind of stiffen a bit, like, wait a second, what are you saying? And then it happens, avalanche happens, a snowball effect happens. Like all the events in my life that were like this, it's like he took a string through all of it and started pulling it close, and it all got zipped up. The signs that I thought were leading a particular way, he started connecting the dots for me. So when I got a verse, this was when I was 19 years old, I think, I was praying, I just can't do this anymore. I've waited too long. And he made my eyes fall on this verse. He is coming soon. So I feel like God is telling me the one is coming soon, and it immediately gave me peace. But now when I think back, that was talking about Jesus. The next day, I woke up and I was like, I don't know. I opened the Bible and there's a verse confirming what I read the previous day. But now when I look back, again, the verse was explicitly about Jesus. It's funny now, almost funny when I think about it. Like that, there were so many signs, so many confirmations, not to mention my past few years where I have come to a nice, round satisfaction with my relationship with Christ. I couldn't imagine a guy in this equation. So it was all kind of lining up. But of course, as you might be hearing this right now, this is not done. Jesus was saying, he's the one. Jesus was saying, I'm the one, all along. And part of me was like, no, like you can't say that. You can't be saying that. I'm waiting for someone else. I'm waiting for a human being. Like I know Jesus was a human being, but I'm waiting for an actual human being, who I can touch. And he was saying, I'm the one. Part of me was like, whoa. I'm no nun. Yo. I need some, don't even think about it. And the other part of me was like those stupidly cute movies where the girl is with her guy best friend and waiting to go on a date, waiting to hook up with some guy, but it doesn't work out. And after many years, she realizes, wait a second, her best friend is the perfect guy. And they've literally been hanging out for years. I feel like that. I feel like this makes sense. This makes complete and total sense. My soul, my innermost being is relieved. So relieved. Incredibly relieved. But my mind fought this. And my mind fought this for months. I have no example of this except Jesus himself, who is a guy, who is the Son of God. And at the same time, hey, I love Jesus. Hey, I'm remembering now a lot of verses where Paul is writing in the Bible, I wish that you would be single as I am. And he's able to completely dedicate his life to the work God has given him. And now thinking about it, it was like, wait a minute. I love the life I have right now. I love that I'm just serving God day in and day out. And it's just following him. And I'm completely submitted to him. And he's my only Lord. It was all just clicking and realizing that God had been protecting me from so many doors which I thought were great, but he knew he had something for me which was different. To make it even more sweet, as if it's not sweet already on his part. The most beautiful thing is, after a few months, he officially asked me whether I want this. It reminds me, Jesus said, not everybody can accept that, but only a few to whom it is given can accept that. And I truly felt that this was not like a trick question. This was not like, let me see if you disobey me and I'll throw you into hell. I truly felt like this needed my acceptance, otherwise it was not going to work. When I realized that he was asking me, which he did not have to do. As God, he has a total right to just tell me what to do, and I serve him. He can tell me anything he wants and I'm going to do it because I love him that much and he loves me and I'm secure in that. Yet, here he was asking me, am I to say no? Of course I said yes. How can I look at the Lord my God, the maker of my soul, the desire of my heart, and he's having the grace to ask me what I thought of this, whether I want this or not, to partner with him in this way, this very exclusive, beautiful way. I have to say yes. I mean, everything in my soul was like, say yes. You have to say yes. How can you say no? Don't even hesitate for a second, just go. So I went. I believe the Holy Spirit was leading me. I said yes. I said yes. My spirit was honored. I felt like the luckiest girl in the universe. I felt like the most fortunate bride that could have ever existed, saying yes to the most incredible being that has brought everything into existence. I mean, it doesn't get better than this. I'm not saying that this is a better situation than a girl saying yes to a guy, because that's what God designed. And I'm all for that. I'm so content saying yes to God. He has ever since enveloped me. It's been like a spiritual honeymoon, an intimacy that's been so much more than it's ever been. He takes care of his bride. I mean, he made love, right? He is love. Love comes from him. So the way he speaks with me, I feel like exhilarated. For instance, I was having some kind of breakdown recently, and I said, God, I need your help right now. Please help me. And he said, just focus on me, just look at me. And I saw this big eye, in my mind's eye. It's not even a vision, it's like a blue eye. I love blue eyes, so maybe that's why he showed me a blue eye. I don't think he has blue eyes, but he showed me a blue eye. He's looking right at me. I mean, I forgot everything else. It was this eye looking right at me, so much so that I see my reflection in his eye. And he tells me, you are the apple of my eye. I mean, things like that. I have no room to feel single or unloved or unfulfilled. There's no possible room. In fact, this is so much beyond what I thought I wanted. I am married to Jesus. I feel so blessed that God has chosen me to receive this particular very unique gift. God has given gifts to each person without partiality. Your gift may look different, my gift may look different, and he has no favorites. But he's my favorite.